Hey, what's up guys? Flick here. Welcome back to another episode of the Wolves Career Mode, and we have a great episode in store today. We'll be continuing in the Carabao Cup with a round of 16 fixture against Watford, and personally, one of my favorite aspects of this career mode has been our progress in the Carabao Cup. We've beaten some good teams, and of course we'll have to do it again today, but just imagine the scenes if we were to win the Carabao Cup in the first season of this career mode. That would be absolutely incredible. But before we hop over to the calendar and look at the rest of our fixtures, I have a quick ask for you guys, and that is for you to leave a like on this video if you are enjoying this series. I've seen a couple of comments asking me to release videos more regularly, kind of speed up the progress of this career mode, and I will be trying my best to get out more episodes throughout the week. It's been a busy couple of weeks with the holidays, but I have a couple of days off from work, should have some more free time to record, and I really do want to make this career mode successful in 2018. I'll be doing my best, and if you guys can continue to show your support along the way, that would be very helpful. It really does mean the world to me that you guys are enjoying this career mode. But we already talked about the Watford fixture. The other two matches will both be away matches against QPR and lastly against Norwich. We are currently top of the table in the championship. I'll try to keep it that way throughout this episode. In between the end of the last episode and the start of this episode, we received an email from our senior physiotherapist giving us an update on the Helder Costa injury. He looks to be returning back to the first team very soon, and that's great news. Although I won't be rushing to feature him in the starting 11, Cavalier has done a great job with Costa's absence, so I don't see any reason to potentially aggravate that injury again. Once he's fully fit, he'll return back to the starting 11. But in the meantime, Cavalier will do just fine. As has been the case in the last few episodes, I wanted to start by revealing the poll results from the previous video, as well as highlighting a few featured comments. And in the last episode, I asked who should be our starting left center defensive mid to pair up with Ruben Neves. And by the way, thank you to We Hate Albion for giving me an update on Neves' name pronunciation. I do try my best to get player names pronounced correctly, but with all the different nationalities and languages going on, I'm going to mispronounce some names. If you guys do hear me pronouncing a name incorrectly, please let me know down in the comment section, and I'll do my best to correct that moving forward. But the poll asked which one of our three center defensive mids should pair up alongside Neves. Three options were Prince, Saiz, and Ndiaye. Ndiaye did win that vote. He's the highest overall player, so he will now be our starting left center defensive mid in this 4-2-3-1 formation. And I really did like all the discussion going on about which one of our players should start. Particularly, I like to comment from Hunter Stewart. He voted for Saiz, who did not win the vote, but his reasoning was that we needed a great defensive-minded player to win back possession in the midfield. I think both Saiz and Ndiaye can fulfill that role, so we're going to feature both of those players moving forward, and whichever one just puts up the best results will likely be the player that I start. We're going to give Ndiaye and Saiz equal chances to be our starting left center defensive mid, and I'm also going to keep on playing Prince in matches where we're losing by a goal or two. He seems to provide the better attacking option, so if we really do need that goal, we'll bring on Prince. Although we're still 2 months away from the January transfer window, I don't think it's ever too early to start discussing transfer plans. And I wanted to open up a poll question today about pre-contracts. I'm a little bit torn about pre-contract deals. On one hand, it does make the career mode a bit easier. You're practically signing a player for free minus the wages. But on the other hand, we could bring in some exceptional talent, especially considering we have some loanees leaving at the end of the season, and we will need to improve our squad depth if we were to be promoted to the Premier League. So the poll question I have for you is pretty simple. Do you want to see pre-contract deals done in this career mode? You can vote in the top right of your screen. But if we were to go the pre-contract route, I think the area that we need the most squad depth is probably our defense, particularly our fullbacks. We saw from the injury that took place to our left back that we don't have a lot of squad depth at that position. So I've scattered a couple of players that are first team qualities with contracts expiring. If you guys decide to go the pre-contract route, I'll probably narrow down this group of players to maybe one or two, potentially even three options, and then opening it up to a poll once a January transfer window does come around, so you guys can vote on what player we should bring in. I thought I would show you all the clubs that are remaining in the Carabao Cup going into the round of 16 matches. And a lot of strong teams have already been kicked out of the competition. I would say the strongest team that is left is Chelsea, but for now we just need to focus on Watford and try to control our own destiny. I'll still be using a 5 at the back formation and a rotated side for this one, but I wanted to bring in some of our star players in order to improve our chances of reaching the round of 8. Our attack is looking very good. Jota on the left, Bonatini at striker, and Podence on the right. And our defense has a combination of experienced players like Doherty as well as younger players like House, with our midfield featuring a strong defensive option with Njaye and a attacking option with Prince. Watford seem to be taking a similar strategy to us. They have some star players mixed in with some of their rotational players. Should be a good one. It's a good tackle in the midfield from Njaye, and we're on the break here. Bonatini making a run. Njaye playing it through to him. Now Bonatini to Jota. He'll try the shot on the near post, and he's unable to get that one on target. But a promising start for us. Watford haven't had a chance yet, and the first opportunity of the match goes to us. That's a great through ball play to Carrillo. Carrillo from the right, cutting it inside. We're trying to take it away from him. Our 5 at the back formation coming in handy here. Somehow that is played through, and Norris needs to make a save on his near post. Only a corner kick for Watford. I don't believe we've conceded a corner kick goal all season. Let's not try to start here. Andre Gray out for a goal kick. Tackle from Delon's, not a great distribution though. Carrillo slipping it through. It's another interception from House. He's played well today for a young player, and I think Courtney House has a bright future here with Wolves. I want to keep training him because we need a strong left-footed player in defense. Most of our center backs are older, so I could even consider House being a starter for us in Season 2. That might be offside. Cleverly through on goal. He's able to tuck it away, but he is a fraction offside. Nice job by our defense to stay in line with each other. And yeah, he's off by about a step. There's Bonatini, has one defender left to beat. The fake shot gets around him. He's able to get the shot off, and it's 1-0 for Wolves. Well done from Leo Bonatini. Doesn't get as much action as Afobe in this career mode, but in the few chances he does get to start, he scores goals, and he does it again for us today. We go into the halftime break, or very close to the halftime break, with a 1-0 advantage. I'm very pleased with the opening 45 minutes of this match. We were pretty much equal with Watford in all areas, but we have the one goal to show for it, and that's simply a case of Bonatini making good on his chance. He saw Cleverly had an opportunity for Watford to get the goal, but he was just a fraction offside. That's been the difference so far. This is Williams on the ball, and if that's Inaki Williams, fair play to Watford. That's a fantastic transfer for them, but a good opportunity for Gray to make things level. He does hit the post, and I don't think there's much Norris could have done about that. The problem with this 5 at the back formation is we don't have a lot of support in the midfield, and that's something I really do like about the 4-2-3-1. So we need to rely on the wings in order to get our attack going, and you can see the pressure that Watford is now providing. We're going to work it around, see if we can find the open player. This is Bonatini. He might be able to get another shot off. He turns around, takes a few deflections in the process, but it is cleared away by the Watford defense. 20 minutes left in this one. If we can manage to get the ball back, I will be making some substitutions, but now it's Watford on the attack. Pereira through on goal, right to Norris, and he's able to make a diving save. Well done. Let's make some subs. We're going to shift gears to more of a defensive tactic, taking off Prince and bringing on Saiss, and then we're going to swap Saiss and Ndiaye in order to get Saiss on the left side, which, in my opinion, that's where he does play best. 2 changes left to make, and I'm really not sure who I want to bring on. For starters, I think Afobe should get some action at striker. Although Bonatini did score the goal, I still rate Afobe as the better striker in this team. And that leaves one change left for us. Why not? Let's bring on Enabakare for Jota at the left wing. This didn't take long at all. All of a sudden, it's Afobe playing it through. And this might be a chance, but it is just a bit too far for Enabakare to reach that ball. The deflection was taken. If we were able to execute that through ball, that would have likely been 2-0 and a surefire victory for us. Look at all the pressure that Watford is giving, and if we can just break this press in the midfield, I'm confident we can get this second goal. And we're trying to get it with Podence. Actually, it's Afobe making the run through. This is a chance for him to go cross goal, and that will be 2. Surely that is enough for us to pick up the victory. And it looks like Wolves will be reaching the round of 8 of the Carabao Cup. What a journey this has been for us. We've been matched up against some very difficult opposition, but we have just played our game in every match. We have been executing this 5 at the back formation to perfection, and it shows for it today. Oh, that dummy was so smooth. And Edabakare is through on goal. He might be able to find a phobia in the middle, or he can send it across. We'll play it in the middle. And it's still Edabakare. He was trying to go coast to coast. Unable to make it 3, but a very nice run from Edabakare. And I'm starting to like him more and more every time that he gets some playtime. All around, a great match from us. We were clinical with our chances, and when we have 2 or 3 clear-cut opportunities to score, you're going to convert on 1 or 2 of them. And that was the case for us today. Man of the match going to Prince with a 9.1 rating, showing that he can still play well whenever we do call upon him. Although he may not be the starter, he'll still be getting significant playtime in this career mode. I have a few updates to get through before we play our first league match of the episode, and this one took me by surprise. I wasn't aware that you can receive loan offers when you're not in the transfer window. We're in the middle of October, and we have a loan offer from Las Palmas for Helder Costa. Don't know what's going on there, but I will not be accepting that loan offer. Costa is just about to return from his injury, so we're going to reject that from them and see what other emails we have to look through. First, we have a request from Morgan Gibbs-White to feature in our next match. I'll put him on the subs and probably bring him on at some point. And Helder Costa is saying that he's okay to play in our next league match. I'll see how he's looking on his fitness. If that bandage is off his status, then I'll give him the start. As for the league table, this is how things stand. We currently have a 2-point lead over Reading. I'd like to increase that lead because we have yet to play Reading, so I'm honestly not sure how we're going to match up against them. If they were to beat us in that competition and things were still the way that they are right now with just a 2-point lead, they would overtake us just like that. So I'd like to increase our margin. As we gear up for our match at Loftus Road, we'll take a look at our starting 11, and there are a couple of stamina issues throughout our squad. Podence, Ndaye, Boli, and Doherty suffering from non-full stamina, but they are full enough that I think they can make it for the majority of the match. And as for our bench, we do have Gibbs-White featuring as one of our substitutes. Costa is still recovering from his injury. You can see here he still has that bandage. I'm not willing to risk an aggravation of that injury, so he will not be featuring in this match. As a side that is featured in the Premier League as recent as the 2014-2015 season, QPR are definitely not a side that I am taking lightly. They have a strong starting 11, and we'll have to fight to get 3 points today. Here's Neves playing it through to Ndaye, looking for options around him. He will play it back to Neves. Now we're going to find our players on the right. Jota, find the overlapping fullback, Doherty, to Podence. This will be a chance for Ndaye to get a shot off. He hasn't scored any goals yet for us, and he will not do so on this effort. A nice run and great positioning, but needs to be a bit more clinical. There's Podence on the ball, still trying to create something for us. We have not had much going for us attacking-wise, although defensively we've been solid. There's Cavallero on the ball. Might look to use his 4-star skills. But you can see how close these defenders are sticking to him. Somehow Cavallero's through on goal. And another block from the QPR defense. Their 5 at the back formation has been difficult to break down. I'm okay with a 0-0 draw at the halftime break. We can just adjust our tactics and look to go into the second half with a clean mindset. Not a lot went down in the opening 45 minutes, and as such, we're 0-0 going into the break. I would say we were the better side, generating 3 shots, 2 on target, 54% of the possession, but I'll need to adjust my tactics just a little bit in order to go more attacking oriented, try to get that opening goal and see if that can open up the floodgates. There we go, we're finally on the break. Cavallero playing it through to Podence. Look to use his pace, now play it out wide to Jota. Has the overlapping fullback, and I think this is a chance for us to send it across to the far post. See if Afobe can get to it. Really wasn't a great cross. There's Ndaye winning the header. That is the advantage of having a 6'2" player in the midfield. And here's Ndaye getting through on goal and getting a shot on target. Well done from Alfred Ndaye, going from end to end, from the defensive side of things to the attacking side of things. I'd like to see that more from him. Here's Ndaye trying to get some space for himself. Playing it off to Neves. We'll try another long shot, and this one is off the post. I am waiting for that Ruben Neves long shot to happen this season, and I think it will. He's been close on a few occasions. That was probably the closest of the bunch. Corner kick chance for us, 20 minutes left to go. I need to start thinking about substitutions here pretty soon, but we'll keep our play going, and Ndaye just out-muscling the defender in the box. And he really is a physically strong player for us in the midfield. It really does add something to our attack. But here's QPR on the counter. We'll need to make a save here, and it's 1-0 for QPR. We pushed too many players forward, and we were punished for doing so. I'm going to make those substitutions right now because I think now is as good a time as ever. As you can see, stamina issues across the board, and we'll need to be very selective over what players we take off. And Ndaye will be brought off for Gibbs White. I promised him some play time, and he will get it, although we are down in this match. I'm also going to bring on Leo Bonatini. He scored a goal in his last match, and maybe he can do so today to get us at least 1 point out of this fixture. And as for our last substitution, I think it's going to be Bakare being subbed on for Jota. Bakare has improved in every single match that he's played in. He'll need to continue improving and score a goal for us. This is Bonatini, just needs to finesse it around the keeper, and that was on target. If it wasn't cleared off the goal line, it would have been 1-0, but we still have a chance. This is Podain's. He's going to play it to Bakare. Maybe he can get dragged down inside the box. No, it's QPR who gets it cleared. We're going high pressure, but they're just going to play that over the top through ball. Unless the ref gives us one more chance, this one will end at 1-0. And there is the final whistle. That is a heartbreaking way for us to lose it, especially considering Bonatini's shot was heading on target. But we will fall in this one, and QPR pick up a huge match for them. They're sitting mid-table, and for them to beat top of the table side like us, that's a big moment. And it's strange to think about because looking at the statistics, we did better than our match against Watford, but we just didn't have any goals to show for it, and that's going to happen from time to time for us. It's a long championship season, and it's impossible to put up consistent results day in and day out. Man of the match going to Washington, who I assume was the goal scorer. Yes, he was. Good match for him. Good match for QPR. That'll leave us with just one match to play against 13th place Norwich. It's a chance for us to win again and hope that Reading can drop points so that we can get back to the top of the table. Reading still unbeaten in the championship this season. That's a pretty impressive figure considering they've played 14 matches, but we're going to play them here pretty soon in the upcoming months, and we'll look to change that. With this match against Norwich being just a few days after our previous match against QPR, we had even more stamina issues, so I've opted to use our 5 at the back formation and a rotated side. And my logic is that if we continue to have success with this 5 at the back formation, I'm going to consider switching to it as our primary formation. I really do like the fact that we have plenty of options on the wings within a fullback as well as an outside midfielder. And I'm just going to keep experimenting with these formations, find out what works best for us, and then adjusting accordingly. I can't stress the importance of winning this match enough. We simply can't afford to drop consecutive matches because Reading will simply run away with the league if that's the case. They have been in fantastic form, and we need to keep up our good form if we want to keep up with them. It's another great save from Ruddy, and Norwich have been the better side. I'm not sure how I'm going to counter this because most of their efforts have been from outside the box, and those are very difficult to defend against. They're just creating enough space. All we need to hope for is that Ruddy continues to make good saves. Get that one clear, but not far enough. This is Hanley finding Tribal. It's going to be another long shot effort. This one on target, and this one by Ruddy. Not much I can say about it. I was predicting it just a second ago, and I feel like we weren't really able to defend that. Here's a look at the replay, and you could maybe argue that we should have just booed the ball away from the corner kick clearance, but that's a great finish. I'm not going to take anything away from that.
Nice interplay between the two of them.
A little bit of space here for Prince. Maybe he can slip this one through to a Phobie. Well done by Close to close down the angle. This is Bakare trying to shooting it right at Angus Gunn. And it's still 1-0 for Norwich. Gunn's a decent keeper, although he is fairly young. I'd like to test him more often, see if we can get that goal by him. And this might be our chance. Bakare has a defender closing him down. He spins around him, playing it in the middle. Phobie needs to turn and shoot. And that one was not even close to being on target. Couple of deflections, but it's finally cleared by Norwich.
It's on the move all the time and makes lots of these interceptions.
It seems like the momentum has just changed for us. What a through ball played, and Bakare needs a finish. It's 1-1. Great little bit of play and a nice through ball to find Bakare. he continues to perform, and we've made it level 38 minutes into the match. I'm thrilled that we were able to make the match level going into the break. If we had not been able to do so, that would have changed our tactics entirely. But now that we are equal, we can pretty much play the same that we were in the first 45 minutes and just try to get more chances going our way. I'm confident that if Bakari has another chance in front of goal, he'll make good on that opportunity. No more long shots for Norwich, and as I say that, they shoot another one. They just had their shooting boots on today, and we need to start closing them down. We have 5 defenders to mark them, yet they continue to have enough space to test Ruddy, and we can't expect Ruddy to make every single save. We'll take a look at this. And yeah, we just need to do better. Simple as that. With about 30 minutes left, I'm going to make a few changes. Hopefully we can get that goal to make things level. And the first change is somewhat questionable. I'm going to take Prince off and bring on Connor Ronan. He hasn't featured today, and I'm sure he's hungry for a goal. He also provides an attacking option for us in the midfield. And I'm also going to bring on Jota for Gero, simply due to his overall rating being higher. Bakari once again. He has been the standout player for us today. He's able to find a through ball to Afobe, dragging this one inside. Needs a finesse. The keeper's coming out, and Afobe did enough to tuck it under the keeper. We're level with 20 minutes left in this one. However, I am not done. I want to pick up 3 points today because, to be completely honest, a draw is not enough to keep pace with Reading. They are winning most of their matches, and we need to do so. That was a close call. Luckily, Muslera had more strength than the attacker. Otherwise, he would have been through on goal. But it's still Reading on the ball. I am not going to give up a long shot. That is my aim. If they score from close up, fair enough. And it's Pritchard to make it 3 for Reading, or for Norwich. It's one of those games where the CPU is going to keep on scoring. And I think if we want to pick up points, we just need to outscore them. So from here on out, it's ultra attacking. I'm going to focus on scoring goals. Whatever Norwich does, so be it. And I think what better way to score goals than to bring on our top goal scorer. Although Bakari has played very well today, I'm going to bring on Podence and just hope that something magical can happen. Courtney House, we've gone all on attack, and maybe Afobe can make this one level. He's out-strengthening these players. He'll play it inside, and Connor Ronan, he had a chance to make things 3-3, and we get a corner kick out of it. We'll take it short. And maybe we can get the equalizer here with just seconds left to play. We'll play it in the middle. Keeper has come up to join the attack, and it's Ruddy looking for options around him. Not a great pass, and it's going to be cleared away by Norwich. We are going to fall again in this one unless we can get a final opportunity. No, we lose 2 league matches today, which is the first time it's happened all season. Just a poor performance for us in the league. The only bright side of this episode is that we will be continuing in the Carabao Cup, which is definitely a good perk to have, but our performance in the league needs to improve in future episodes, and I'm not sure what I need to change. If you guys have any insights, please let me know down in the comment section, but I think it was just a matter of the CPU playing extremely well today with all those long shots and us just not being clinical in the QPR match. But we'll take a look at the statistics. Yeah, it was a pretty level game. We just ended up on the wrong side of things. And man of the match, it might even go to one of our players. It was Bakari who got man of the match with a 9.4. But guys, that'll bring an end to today's episode of the Wolves Career Mode. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. And until next time, this has been Flick. I'll be talking to you guys again soon.